1, 2, 3.
Go Bills!
Go Saints!
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go.
Touchdown! Rise up! Go Giants, go New York, go Blue, or go home.
Hungry NFL fans with a genius for game day grub.
Go Titans! Tighten up!
Put their passions on a plate.
Defense!
And somebody's gonna win tickets to Super Bowl 52. 4 tasty teams duke it out in our kitchen. Who will cruise into the end zone?
Eagles!
And whose journey is about to end?
Go Jacks!
Go Patriots!
Rachael Ray Fantasy Football begins right now.
It's a big day. It's a huge show. We are already cooking up a storm here in our studio today because it is time for our 5th annual Fantasy Football Competition. We found some of the biggest super fans and football foodies from all over the country representing each of the NFL teams. Today, these 4 super fans are going head-to-head to represent their teams. Check out how we got to this moment.
Hello, I'm Michael Leggerie.
My name is Abby O'Brien.
I am Janelle, also Jack fan.
I'm Anna Brandis from North Oaks, Minnesota.
And I'm making a Philly cheesesteak.
I'm going to be sharing my famous recipe, my pasta bake,
Minnesota is known for the Vikings and comfort food.
also known as a pasta bake.
A quick meal that you can do on Sunday game day, which is called my jambalaya.
I'm going to show you some of our favorite dips that we serve on game day.
First, we start with a fresh onion, and I'm just going to slice it down.
1 pound of sausage, 1 brick of cream cheese.
I'm just gonna give it like a single layer on the bottom.
You got turkey sausage.
We're just going to saute these up.
And you mix all that together with some parsley flakes.
And 1 can of tomatoes and chilies.
See that nice golden color?
And thyme, bay leaves, salt and pepper.
We call it Skol sausage dip because the Vikings victory chant is Skol.
I'm going to add this ribeye.
Putting little like dollops everywhere.
Red onion that's all diced up.
Put on a nice fresh Italian roll.
It's looking pretty good.
So I'm just going to crush these chips up.
And here it is.
We are gonna get ready to dig in and enjoy.
E-I-K-I-N-G-S.
Go Eagles!
Go Patriots!
Go Jacks!
Here, you guys, our competitors are working away here. They're supposed to be representing on the end the New England Patriots. We have Abby. Abby, don't feel too bad, but my husband is probably at home throwing stuff at the television at you.
It's okay.
Up next from the Philadelphia Eagles, Michael. Representing the Eagles. And I think he might be cooking up a Philly steak, I'm just saying. Okay, on this side, we've got, for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Janelle. And down here, heating things up for a team that works in a very cold place, representing the Minnesota Vikings, Hannah! Here's what's on the line. Here's what these guys are cooking for today. First of all, the good news is no one will go home empty-handed. Each competitor today is going home with an NFL home gating prize pack full of items from their favorite team to bring the spirit of Super Bowl 52 and football home. The 3 runners-up will go home with a $100 gift card to NFLshop.com. Now let's talk about what the winner is playing for. Put your knives down, people, and hang on to your helmets or your hats or your chef hats. The winner is going to get a $500 gift card to the NFLshop.com. That's lovely. The winning recipe will be featured on NFLshop.com. That's fabulous, so everybody in America can share in that. And the winner is also going to get 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. That is so depressing for me to let go of these, but that is thanks to NFL Extra Points credit card issued by Barclay Card. Thank you, Barclay. Head on over to our website to learn more about the great experiences the card has to offer. The NFL is also going to hook the winner up with a 3-night hotel stay in Minneapolis. Are you guys ready to meet your judge? I, of course, want everybody to still like me and be our viewers when they're done with this, so I'm not going to be judging. Although this judge, certainly has a place in my heart because he is from my team. He scored 75 career touchdowns and rushed almost 10,000 yards. Please welcome two-time Pro Bowler, running back for my New York Jets, Matt Forte. My husband and I are, of course, huge fans. We are Jets green through and through. You are not allowed to disqualify this young lady, Abby, just because she is cooking for the Patriots. Now, all kidding aside, obviously, you're qualified to judge anything related to football, but what makes you a foodie judge? Like, what makes you good for this particular gig?
I say, first of all, because I'm a football player, we love food. And I have to eat, so. Second of all, I'm from Louisiana, Slidell,
so's
which
my
is
dad,
right outside of New Orleans.
Yeah, so you know
where the best food is from.
That's right, yeah. So what are you going to be looking for today? I mean, are you a person that believes you eat with your eyes first? Is it only about flavor? Do you like spicy? Is there anything that makes your criteria a little different?
Well, I do like spice. I'm from Louisiana, but
of course, yeah.
Obviously presentation, creativity.
Creativity is key, right?
Most of all, high taste.
Yeah, yeah. So, guys, I would be tasting your food. Don't be afraid of your flavors. Don't under-season. Never trust somebody who doesn't eat their own food, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you do any cooking at home?
I do most of the grilling type of stuff. My wife does the cooking.
You know, it's every man. They love to make breakfast, and every man loves fire. Anything to do with the grill or the smoker, right?
That's true.
Okay, so let's go down the line and hear what everybody's making. What are you making today to represent the Patriots?
Today I'm making a pasta bake, also known as a pasta bake. And yes, we're the
pasta bake. I get it.
The dish is as cheesy as the name. So it's got pasta, it's got Italian sausage, it's got a couple different types of cheese. So it really caters to that winter comfort football season food that you love to sit down and enjoy. So.
All right, that's a pretty safe bet, baked pasta. Let's move on down the line this way. So Michael here is the only guy representing in the kitchen today.
It's okay.
Michael, what are you cooking up? Being a Philly fan.
Philly cheesesteak. What else? It's representing.
What makes your Philly cheesesteak different than one that we might find at any other stand in Philly?
Well, first of all, I put a lot of TLC in these, and I start with a thin ribeye, butcher quality.
I would agree with that. Shaved ribeye is the meat of choice.
Yes, sliced very thin, and I use Cooper Sharp cheese.
Cooper Sharp American, yes.
I mean, you can use a regular American, but
I'm a provolone lover too, but Cooper Sharp American is a fantastic product if one can find it.
Provolone if I don't have Cooper Sharp, yes.
That's right. Or you could go crazy and use both, I'm just saying.
You can, yeah. And I saute my onions so they're nice and translucent so that bonds to
nice
the
and
meat.
Sweet,
yes.
Yep, gotcha. All right,
and
well,
then
good
you can
plan.
Add fresh onion after if you like.
All right, so we got some traditional choices here. Moving on down the line, what are you going to be making for us today? I see some peppers going on here, some diced ham. What are you cooking up?
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya!
All right, this is...
Now you know about that. That might speak to the judge. I don't know. What makes your jambalaya delicious?
Because of me, first of all. It's full of shrimp and ham and turkey sausage, healthy. Turkey sausage is good for you. And bell peppers, onions, some pepper, salt, sugar.
And you.
Of course.
And you.
I use whole tomatoes.
And I love your little jag ears.
Yes.
The eye black.
Yeah.
Yes. She went with the full theme.
That's right.
Bringing it.
But this is good because my family loves it. Matter of fact, I fixed it the day I fixed it. Everybody ate it. The pot was clean that night.
Pot was clean. No leftovers.
No leftovers.
Zero leftover jambalaya. And I love it's in keeping with the theme. Everything about this is JJJJJ. Okay, so now Minnesota, this better be some keep warm food.
Yes.
What are you making here?
I have our Skol sausage dip. Skol is the Vikings victory chant.
Yay!
So we have to do that. And it's with some spicy sausage today, so hopefully that's playing to the judges a little bit too. Minnesotans typically like mild food, but I like my food a little spicy.
So you're trying to turn up the heat
That's
for
right,
Minnesota,
on those
right?
cold nights, absolutely.
Thoughts about this one?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you played with the spicy. The
Yeah,
part.
spicy sausage. Don't give him mild food. We've already learned
and
that.
some chilies in there as well to heat it up a little bit.
And what do you serve that on?
Well,
dip it on chips or what?
Absolutely. And then I also have, typically we call it the Crush the Packers corn dip, but this week it's going to be Crush the Eagles corn dip.
If you had to handicap so far, is everybody here still in the running for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you got the dip with the spicy sausage in it, jambalaya. Obviously, it's gonna be.
That's gonna be a tough one to beat.
Yeah, I'm used to authentic Louisiana jambalaya. So
she actually may have made it
harder. It might have made it harder on herself.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's one you know old school on that.
Yeah,
right?
and with the Philly cheesesteak, I mean, you can't go wrong. You had to cook that. You had no other choice.
Yeah.
And I'm just not gonna look at the jersey or the chef hat and all that stuff. I'm gonna close my eyes.
Blind tasting.
Close my eyes and taste that one.
Blind tasting, right? I gotcha. Okay, so now you guys keep cooking. You have to finish your dishes. Come on. So now we're gonna back up here, Matt. We're gonna do something ridiculous. Poor Matt. We're gonna play a game so that all the audience might have a chance to win something fun. Basically, this is called Cue and Play. And on these footballs, it's kind of like truth or dare. If you can get through all 6 of these footballs, and I guess I get to be the judge, and we're happy with what it says you have to do on each of those balls. If you complete all 6 in 60 seconds, then everyone in the audience gets a $100 NFLshop.com gift card so everybody can be a home gating hero. Don't worry, I cheat. Even if you blow this, we'll still give it away. Don't worry. All right, just for fun, come on, pick a ball.
All right.
You only get 60 seconds. Put the 60 seconds on the clock. Let's go.
Start a wave with the audience.
Oh, start a wave with the audience.
All right, so we're gonna start on this side and go to that side. You ready? Woo!
All right, good job. Move on. Go. We ain't got all day.
Most embarrassing.
Cook it down there.
Most embarrassing moment on the field. I'd have to say one time I was running the football and my pants almost got pulled down and my jock strap was out. Let's see.
I have to say that might have been embarrassing for you, but it could have been fun for others.
Do I have any game day superstitions? Yes, I do. I put my uniform on the exact same way. Socks, then pants, then jersey, then cleats.
I'm down.
Call me weird, but that's what I do.
No, I'm superstitious too.
Complete a pass with Rachel. I'm a running back, so you gotta throw it to me.
Oh, I can't throw.
You can throw. Look how easy that was. That was easy.
I can throw. I can throw baseballs.
What's something we'd be surprised to find in your locker?
Daytime show.
Yeah, Rachael Ray episodes.
Rachael Ray episodes. Good answer.
All right.
Do we have any seconds left on the clock? I don't care. I cheat. Go
If you
ahead.
had to pick a touchdown dance, show us your moves. So this year
Yeah.
was the first year that you could do group celebrations.
Oh, yeah.
So me and you got to do it as a group celebration.
What is
We're gonna do a mini Soul Train line.
What are we gonna do?
A Soul Train line.
Well, show me what you
Well,
want.
we only got one line really, so
All right.
you just got to do your moves, you know.
Matt, we look crazy.
Now you go down. Yeah, hey.
Fine, we'll cheat. So everybody here is gonna go home with a $100 gift card because Matt is very good. Time left on the clock. These guys are gonna finish up their dishes. Matt gets to taste them. He's the boss, and who's gonna get those tickets? Come on back. We have a star of the Nick Show Bowl right after this. Tomorrow.
So who doesn't love a taco, right? Okay.
Want a memorable meal that packs a nutritious punch? Check out Layla Ali's Tacos, and they are undefeated. And then it looks like this one, which is delicious.
It's so good, isn't it?
Then, from date night to office casual to everything in between. Looks stunning in any situation with a little help from Xana. Wow, do I love that dress. And and I'm inviting the heavenly flavors of ranch dressing over for pasta night. Yum! That's tomorrow. It smells amazing in here, and we are all set up in the kitchen today for some serious game time food, of course, because the big game is coming up. We're going to start out with my husband's favorite wing. A little later in the show, we're going to go kind of head-to-head with a meat-free wing, a buffalo cauliflower. But who am I cooking for? Well, I hear he loves wings. The last time I saw him was right after I saw him in the show Hamilton. He played George Washington. He also happens to be starring in one of CBS's many hit television shows with another good friend of ours, Michael Weatherly. This is him in action on Bull. Check him out.
Award-winning psychologist and, according to our fearless leader, one of the nicest guys and most meticulous clinicians in the business, which I'm sure will be abundantly clear from the 6 months of session notes Benante's turned over regarding Lex Becker.
Well, sorry to be a buzzkill here, but Bull's friend saw the killer on the same day he was fired and the same day he killed those men. Now, he had to have been a mess in that session. Why didn't Dr. Benante warn anyone?
Please welcome back to our show, Christopher Jackson.
We were cooking, so if I had to get dirty, I wanted to be ready.
I was just saying, he surprised me because he doesn't look anything like the Clip and Bull. Like, part of your character's whole thing is what to wear if you're going to be on or read a jury.
Well,
right?
they pay someone to dress me on that show, so all bets are off after I leave the set.
No one ever, like, stops me, rarely, in the street. They stop me in a grocery store because they hear my weird voice, and I'm in a grocery store. But when I'm in the streets, I'm always in sweats, and if I'm at home, I'm cooking in pajamas and funny slippers. Like, I only put on this getup when I gotta cook for work.
Well, it works for you.
Oh, thank you.
It works for you.
You look very nice.
Thank you.
So I hear that you love wings, but you don't necessarily have a football team.
Nah, I kind of watch whatever. You know, 20 years in theater, it's kind of hard to, like, nail down a particular team because I'm working every day they play. So I'm just happy if I can catch a game.
Right. They do have DVRs and all that stuff.
That's true, but you find out who won before you got home.
I
so
know,
it kind of ruins
right?
it, right? You're like,
It
don't tell me, don't
ruins
tell me,
it.
don't tell me.
La, 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 la.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't happen.
I know,
Right,
it's
I
awful.
agree. All right, so these are my husband's favorite wings. They're called whiskey wings because we marinate them in whiskey or bourbon. You use whiskey if you want it smokier and earthier. You use bourbon if you want it a little sweeter. And we usually cook these during the warm months of the year outdoors on the smoker. We have one of those big green eggs, they call it. But you can make any wing in the oven. You do not need to deep fat fry it. Put the oven on 450, the rack in the middle, and honestly, it's better for you. They're not deep fat fried. You feel better about eating more. Like, nobody eats one wing, right?
No.
It's like one potato chip.
No, it's a contest.
Do you love wings?
In every way.
Do you have a favorite wing place in New York?
No, I was saying earlier that my favorite wing is the one that's nearest to me. I don't discriminate. I really don't.
Okay, I think you're gonna like these. I don't want to talk so long that we burn it. We don't have time for the rest of the interview. So let me get to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna print this out for you. Do you ever cook at home? Like if you have one dark day in theater?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Or you're down on the show? You do.
In every opportunity I can, yeah.
All you need to make any great wings at home is any sort of baking sheet. Doesn't matter the price or how good quality. I coat it with a little foil just so I don't have to wash the pan.
Okay.
You put a wire rack inside it so that all the fat drips away from the wing and it gets evenly crispy all over. You take a combination of cider vinegar. It's a few shots or a couple of ounces of each. Cider vinegar, hot sauce, Worcestershire, whiskey if you want it smoky, bourbon if you want it sweeter. Same thing, one's sweet, one's not.
So you start drinking the day before when you marinate?
Yes,
is that
exactly,
it? Okay.
exactly.
Sure.
Makes all the wings taste better. And some black pepper and garlic. That goes in a bag. I put this inside a bowl so it doesn't drip in the fridge and leave it overnight exposed to the air so they start to dry out and they marinate, okay? Then you bake them off like this. I've got some working in the oven. Here, I'll put these back here. I put them in at 450 until they're super crispy all over.
That's
Just like a deep fat fryer, but you're saving a lot of calories and a lot of hassle and a lot of mess.
Look at that.
See how crispy they look? Now they're naked. They're not done.
Oh, well, let's put some clothes on them. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Of
Put
course.
some clothes on them. That's what you do for a living. So we can do this with the wings. Okay, then you take garlic and butter, same amount of butter to hot sauce when you're making any wing.
Okay.
Use 4 tablespoons of butter per 24 wings. You need 4 tablespoons of hot sauce. I don't measure, you just eyeball that. So about 4 turns of the pan. Now that's plain buffalo. That's just straight up buffalo sauce. To that, we add a little Worcestershire, a couple of glugs, and of course you add your whiskey or bourbon. Whenever you cook, now this is important, okay? Everybody gets excited, oh, the booze, and it's still daytime. Whenever you're cooking with alcohol near fire, indoors or out, you, especially if you're holding the bottle, you take it off of the heat, exactly. Then you put it back. You don't want to set yourself, your hair, your house, or the bottle on fire.
Or your husband.
Or your husband.
Yes.
So this makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, you take the tongs. You see that empty bowl down there?
Yeah.
Put those wings into that bowl.
I can do that.
There you go. You can handle this.
Thank you.
All right, so we've established that's
This
a
one?
garbage bowl. The one.
It's TV.
That bowl. I can't feel my fingers. I'm going to help you with my
Okay.
hands, okay? You use tongs. So you put your crispy wings in here. Keep going, keep going.
Yep.
Whoops.
Oh, got it.
Nice catch. Thank you.
Done.
So we've established you don't have a team, but you do like wings and you like to watch sports. If you were not an actor and Broadway performer, was there a second choice? Was there anything else you really loved in life that you would have, that road you would have gone? Oh, wow,
Yeah.
man. What position?
Yeah.
Flip it around.
Catcher.
Catcher, so you've got
catcher and
good
third
knees.
base. No, I have horrible knees now. but
Which is why you didn't
probably didn't
become a
help. Yeah. Yeah, baseball's a passion of mine.
Okay, throw it on there. Do you know I threw out a game ball once?
Yeah, you
My
did.
team is the Red Sox, and I threw from the mound over the plate.
Of course you did.
Veritech caught. Did you ever throw out a game ball?
I have.
How'd you do?
It's,
How'd you do?
It's the second most nerve-wracking experience.
Right?
The other one is hitting a golf ball with other people watching. Hardest thing in the world to do.
How did you do?
Threw a strike.
Nice! He threw it right in the strike zone, man.
But you know, Thor was right behind me, and he was in game mode, so he just kind of looks at me from under the bill of his hat like, hurry up, throw the ball.
I'm gonna top this with some crumbled smoked blue cheese and put some vegetables on here because that's how there's no calories in wings. And then boom, you're done. All right, I'm gonna let you have these, but first you have to sit for a minute and talk
Okay.
about both.
Let's do
so
that.
it's season 2. I love Michael Weatherly.
I love him too.
hilarious.
He is.
His wife is a brilliant doctor in real life. She's lovely too.
Yeah, Boyana.
She's amazing.
Yes.
Wouldn't she go to the doctor every day of the week if you had such a lovely doctor?
Michael's a smart man.
So, come on, let's sell here. Let's sell. What's to look at in season 2? What do you love about the show itself?
Oh, we're just jumping into all of the TAC team members' lives. We're getting to see
So
what
it's
it's
more
like.
personal.
Well, we're getting some touches of that. When you have a procedural and you're exploring cases every single week, that affects you too. And so we're taking time to really get into the
How it
private
affects the
lives.
people that do
Sure.
this.
What does it look like when Chunk goes home? What does his house look like? Those are the things that I'm most curious about. Still haven't seen them, but
And that's what gives a show depth. I think
Absolutely.
it's why shows like Blue Buds and things like that, other procedural shows, they bring in family or bring in personal lives. That's
the thing that people
that's
want
the
to see.
meat,
They're
right?
interested in that. Yeah. Absolutely.
Do you love watching your own show, or are you a person that if you're in something, it freaks you
Oh,
out?
I watched every single episode last year. By the time we got to the last 2 episodes, I couldn't watch because it was so nerve-wracking to see how it was all happening. I'm reading these scripts. I'm like, oh, that's a good script. I'll never see it. But also, it's sort of like watching yourself as someone in film or TV. It's like it's almost the third rail. If you touch it, then you're worried about what angle you're
Then it
standing
becomes
at.
too much about you and not enough about the project, right?
Yeah, and of course I get to see my other, my fellow castmates. Their work is incredible, so I get to watch that. I get a little in my head if I spend too much time watching myself.
I agree.
But my wife watches it and she lets me know if I did a good job.
She's like your entire social media.
Oh, no.
She just gives you the entire feedback.
Exactly.
Okay, well, wings, are you hungry?
I don't know, maybe.
You gotta try
a
at
little
least
bit.
one before you leave.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna take a wing break. He's gonna have some wings. Bull airs Tuesdays at 9 p.m. on CBS. Up next, shocking, I'm gonna stay in the kitchen. Download this recipe if you are a meat eater. If you're a meat freer, be on the lookout for the buffalo cauliflower. It is serious and it is coming up. Thank you so much, Megan. By the way,
over here. Patriots Nation victory.
Whose dish will score and who will get sacked? Find out later.
Score!
Up in here. I'm going to check in with Matt on our sidelines to see how our fantasy foodball competition is going. Reminder, if you're just joining us, one of these 4 contestants in our studio representing their teams with their food, one of them and a guest is going to go to the Super Bowl 52. Woo! Matt, how's it going down there?
It looks good, Rach. The pasta is on the plate already. She's done.
The pasta.
The Pennsylvania cheesesteak is looking really good right here. Smells good, too.
Well, it's good.
Let's see. The jambalaya is being plated right now. That smells good. Oh, I see bay leaves in there. I'm used to that.
Is it smelling good? Because you're from,
really good.
Right, you're from down that way.
Yeah, I'm hungry, too, so we got to hurry up. And the skull dip is very colorful. Oh, she's putting the chips in there, too.
Oh, she's putting some chips right in the dip,
right
too.
in the dip, yeah.
I'm glad that you came hungry, my friend. I'm also glad I'm not judging, so they'll still feed me after the show. All right. Here's what's going on over here. Remember to download, we've already done in the show, my husband's favorite, our family's recipe for whiskey wings with our whiskey hot sauce. It's got crumbled smoked blue cheese. You can also order that. They ship anywhere from Oscars in upstate New York. Crumbled smoked blue cheese all over the top. Oh, that sauce is intoxicating. Now we're going to move on to, you know, when I entertain, especially for a big game party, you want to put out something for everyone. And whether you're a vegetarian or not, ladies especially, I find, if it's got a vegetable in it, they feel less guilty about eating it. So while the wings were baked, so I don't feel guilty about eating those, we're going to eat cauliflower, so that'll negate the fact that we're going to deep fry the cauliflower and toss it in buffalo sauce. All right, this is really a delicious starter for any party, and you can make a sweeter or an Asian twist on the sauce. We'll get to that later, but for the batter itself, first of all, I parboiled my vegetable. In this case, cauliflower, broccoli or broccolini works fabulous too. Parboil that in salted water. Then you need to stop that cooking process. I only parboil it about 3 minutes. You don't want it all cooked all the way. Then I cold shock it in ice water. Then you dry it completely. Oil and water do not mix. Very important that you drain the cauliflower before you bread it and fry it. For the batter, this batter is delicious. 1.5 cups of AP flour in the bowl. To that, I add a couple of tablespoons. My kitchen staff put an actual measure in here. I would never measure this. I would just dump in about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to the bowl. Salt and pepper, of course. I'm a salty girl, I like extra. And then about a teaspoon of baking powder. Make it nice and puffy. The cornstarch makes it extra crunchy. And then 2 best friends, 1/3 of a palmful each of granulated garlic, and his little buddy granulated onion. They like to hang out together. Mix this up. And then you take a bottle of lager, your favorite brewski. Throw that in. So it's about equal amounts. It's 1.5 cups of AP flour and about 1.5 cups or 12 ounces of a nice lager beer that goes in there. Your batter, our cauliflower, which again takes away all the calories. Look at all those vegetables. So you whisk this up. Do not do this way ahead. You should actually whisk this batter and use it when you're ready to fry. It's also a delicious, simple batter for fish, of course, if you want to do a fish and chips one night. So you take your cauliflower, and you don't want to overcrowd the frying basket if you're using a tabletop fryer, which I highly recommend because they don't smoke up the house and they hold the temperature perfectly. Or you can use a Dutch oven, stop 2 inches shy of the top of the pot for safety reasons, of course. And then I would say 6 to 7 large florets will more than fill the top of a Dutch oven or deep frying pan or your tabletop fryers. I coat these pieces so that they go in as close to the same time as possible. And as you drop them in, shake off your excess. Now we're only halfway there. The coating is delicious. And if you were using this just as a starter, it's great with just wedges of lemon, right? But we're gonna toss this in our buffalo sauce when they're done. Meanwhile, let's come on down here. Grab a paper towel here. We're gonna do quick pigs in a blanket, everything style. So you can do big pigs in a blanket, full-size organic hot dogs. These are all beef, but you can pick any dogs you like, and you can even buy some vegan dogs, which are quite tasty. We got some little minis here, or the big fellas, and you take any spicy or mild mustard you like. You cut store-bought puff pastry dough near the length of the dog or the pig that you're using, right? So these babies, we cut a little thin strip about 3 inches long, see there? And we're gonna roll that up and let the edges of the piggies stick out of the blankie. Then we're gonna coat it with a little egg wash. And this is my favorite part. We made everything bagel crunchy topper. So you take the big chunky pieces of garlic and onion, not the powdered, but the big flakes, and we took coarse sea salt or big flaky sea salt, and you mix that with poppy seeds, sesame seeds, and I like to add crushed red pepper flake too. You put all that in a dish, and you just press it into that egg wash so it sticks. Yes! And then you just pop these in the oven at 400 degrees until they're puffed and golden and the little piggies are hot through. When we come back, we'll toss our cauliflower with sauce and get the piggies out of the oven right after this. Are my family's whiskey wings. This is my husband John's favorite. You should also download our garlic parm wings. Whenever I make wings at home, chicken wings, I either snip the tips, this part of the wing, the straight part of the wing, and save that for stock, or I ask the butcher to literally just sell me at a slightly higher price, the drumettes only. Everybody gets the big meaty pieces of chicken then. No matter what wing I'm making, they roast on a rack on a foil-lined tray at a very high temp, 450 in the center of the oven, and they go for about a solid hour until the skin gets super tight. It's exactly the same texture and snap that you get from deep fat frying. It's easier, it's not as messy. Didn't mean that the fat fryer was left out though, because we're making the vegetarian alternative, our fried cauliflower, to serve alongside the wings. So I love these tabletop fryers because they don't smoke up the house, and they hold the temperature constant. I fry these at about 360. You can put a thermometer in a Dutch oven. You use innocuous oil to fry, so oil you can see through. Today I have safflower oil, that's my favorite. And I fry our beer battered cauliflower that's been par cooked in boiling water, also works great for broccoli. And this is a delicious batter for fish as well. I fry that until it's a really deep golden color to really get that crunch factor. The batter is equal amounts of AP flour and beer. I use lager beer at room temperature. And then I season it with salt, pepper, granulated garlic, a granulated onion. And cornstarch makes it extra crunchy, and baking powder makes it puffy. So now we're going to take all of our cauliflower. I'm going to unplug my fryer and let that start to cool down. And take all of our cauliflower, throw it into a clean, huge bowl. Oh, these are good. We got all these guys in the bowl. This is 2 big heads of cauliflower. And then when you're making buffalo sauce, the math is really basic. It's equal amounts of melted butter to hot sauce. I always add to my buffalo sauce lots of garlic. For every cup, I use an entire bulb of garlic chopped. And my secret ingredient is Worcestershire. Heads up, if you're making this for a traditional vegetarian, ask them if it's all right if you use Worcestershire. There is a small amount of anchovy in Worcestershire. Most of my friends that are vegetarians don't care. They consider anchovies an ingredient. Sorry, little anchovies. But it is proper to ask people. So I put in a good swig of Worcestershire, and then I douse our cauliflower with the buffalo sauce. Bonus, it cleans out your sinuses if you're suffering from that this time of year. Woo! Toss it together to coat it, transfer it onto a giant platter. Half of it went all over the counter. So you throw it in the bowl, you toss it around, and you finish with some chopped celery tops. And buffalo goes great with blue cheese, so I have more of my smoked blue cheese. Okay. Mustard. You guys, you took the, oh no, they didn't. Here it is. All right, I still gotta get the pigs out of the oven, come back, and the pigs in the blanket will hit the dish right after this. Woo. I feel bad I'm not in the competition myself because I'd love to go to Minnesota and see the Super Bowl. And I happen to think it's a pretty good looking spread. We got our whiskey wings. We got our buffalo cauliflower. I'm just kidding. I'm thrilled for one of these four guys. And we have our pigs in a blanket. We have little pigs in a blanket and big pigs in a blanket. So we took full-size hot dogs and little baby Franks, and we wrapped them in store-bought puff pastry. We egg washed them and dunked them in basically everything bagel, sesame, spicy, garlic, onion, salt crust. Baked them off, and then I put the same mustard that I put inside the blankies. I fill a bowl with that and top that with some finely chopped white onion. Give the onion a rinse so it's easy on the digestion. And then we're going to take ketchup, put that alongside, and I top the ketchup with a little sweet relish. Phew. So, that's 1, 2, 3 choices for the next big game. Who's gonna go home with those Super Bowl tickets? We're gonna find out the winner of Fantasy Foodball after this message. Come on back.
There can only be one. Pro Bowler Matt Forte crowns the champion of our fantasy football competition. Next.
That's pretty good.
Two tickets to Super Bowl 52. We are back. It's our 5th annual fantasy football competition. Joining me from my team is Jet, Matt Forte. We are rejoined by our 4 competitors as well. These guys have been cooking their hearts out. They made their best game day dishes for the competition. Everybody's gonna go home, not a loser. Generous gifts from the NFL, but let's remind everybody about what the winner is going to be going home with today. So, in terms of prizes, the winner gets a $500 gift card to NFLshop.com. The winning recipe will also be featured on NFLshop.com. And of course, these, oh, I gotta give them away. 2 tickets to the Super Bowl, and all of that is thanks to NFL Extra Points credit card issued by Barclaycard. And the NFL is giving the winner 3 nights stay in a hotel in Minneapolis. So Matt, can we go down the line and give us your thoughts on each of our dishes today?
Well, I hate to say it, but the Pat's dish was really good, actually.
Oh, that's lovely.
It was really good.
Matt, that's hard for a Jet to say.
It's hard.
I'm gonna give you a nice little pat on the back for that one. But you really liked the Pat
I really
stuff,
liked it. The Italian sausage she had in there was very flavorful, and it was cooked to perfection. You know, sometimes you can overcook pasta.
Yeah,
so
that's true. And that's the thing I really look for when it comes to baked pasta. Did they take the pasta too far?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a big compliment, Abby. Come on. Now, that's not easy for a Jet to say. So good for you. Michael, the only man in the competition.
Yeah. Michael, I've played in Philly against Philly a bunch of times, and the first thing we do when we get off the plane is to go get Philly cheesesteaks.
Right?
And I swear yours looks and tastes exactly like an authentic Philly cheesesteak.
Wow! This really is a tough competition.
It is.
And his bread choice looked perfect too. Really nice, really nice. I know a good Philly too. I can tell that's a great one. Moving on down the line.
Down the line to Janelle. You spoke to my heart with the jambalaya and my
Janelle
stomach.
with the jambalaya. She loves Chase.
I was impressed. You had the bay leaves in there, so a little authenticity in there too as well. And it was very hearty, very flavorful and hearty.
And healthy too. She made it with turkey
healthy,
sausage. Yeah, I mean, she tried to keep it a more healthy offering. Wow, this sounds really difficult.
It was.
And then, representing the Vikings.
And Hannah, your dip, she had two different dips, a cold dip and a warm dip, which was...
Hannah, I didn't realize you did a twofer.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Huh?
Then you can graze throughout the whole game.
Oh,
when you're nervous, when you're excited.
I got
It was very good. It was the warm dip was spicy, but not too spicy, and had a good mix of meat and cheese, and it wasn't really too cheesy. So it was a very tough competition.
Guys, any final please? Anything you want to say to your judge to try and push you over the edge?
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Janelle's just like... They're all just pointing at each other. All right, unfortunately, we do have to crown just one winner because I only have 2 tickets and we're sending one person and a guest. This is gonna be big. What's your decision, Matt? Oh!
Rachel, the winner of Super Bowl 52 tickets goes to...
This is gonna be big. What's your decision, Matt? Oh!
Rachel, the winner of Super Bowl 52 tickets goes to... Hannah and the Minnesota Vikings.
Now the Vikings are going to bring it home too.
Yeah, you hope. This is amazing. Wow, I really thought Janelle was going to take it, but then I didn't know what was going on because you loved these two so much as well. It was a whole East Coast thing going on. That was the closest I think we've had in all 5 years of fantasy football. Thank you so much, Matt. You know, forever a Jet, no matter what. Congratulations to our winner and to all of our super fans for all of their super hard work in the kitchen. Everybody, we hope you enjoy Super Bowl 52. Thanks to all of our guests today, and we'll see you when we see everybody. Bye-bye.